Back again with your boy Green Lambo here. It's been quite a while, some 5 or 6 days. It's genuinely nice to see you guys again, even though I can't see you directly. Anyways, if you haven't really caught on with the latest news for this channel, sadly one of my family members did get hospitalized. However, by God's grace, we are expecting a full recovery. I don't know when is my family member gonna get discharged from the hospital, but we're expecting a full recovery. I just want to say thank you so much for your support and for your prayers. It means a lot for my family. It means the world to me. And yeah, since I'm now back at my own room in front of my own PC, let's get back down to business, shall we? Police Week 2025, in my dearest opinion, is somewhat of a disappointment. It's a missed opportunity, if you will, because Police Week only comes like once a year, and you can't mess up a once a year event. Otherwise, you have to wait for next year to make it up for the events that you messed up last year. Sadly, that is what happened with the 2025 Police Week, and I don't think it lives up to like the older Police Weeks from 2023, 2022. And those were the golden ages of Police Week, and this Police Week feels very off. I won't go too in-depth with each and every update that they release in Police Week because I believe all YouTubers in ERLC except for me has covered the topics, so let's just scratch the surface. For starters, we got the 2000 Chevrolet Tahoe and the 2003 Ford Expedition. Both are highly requested police SUVs finally featured in ERLC. Though it's a little bit too late in my opinion. Like, they've been requested since 2023, 2022. It's been quite a while. Now, admittedly, no matter how good looking these two are, I still think the Tahoe is ugly because just look at what it replaces, alright? No matter how good looking these two SUVs are, the fact is there's still another remodel and another reskin of existing cars that has been in ERLC. That's about it. Like, it's another remodel. It's nothing new in my opinion. These two SUVs are good additions, but they're not supposed to be in the Police Week event update. Instead, they could be repurposed into normal weekly updates instead of the Police Week event, because the Police Week event is a once in a year event. You want to go big or go home. It's either a hit or a miss. And these two SUVs are not just gonna cut it. They're not something entirely new. I personally believe allocating the two police SUVs I mentioned before into just normal weekly updates before the Police Week event is much more beneficial. Like, you can just get two normal police SUVs that are just another reskin, another remodel before the police event, so people can taste what they can expect for the Police Week event, and then during the Police Week event they can add like something entirely new to the game. Because if you're just gonna keep adding remodels and reskins, like I believe there's 5 vehicles added to the game during the event, which is the Sprinter, the Tahoe, the Expedition, and then 2 electric vehicles. The only one that's brand new, that's not a reskin or a remodel, is the Mercedes Sprinter. That's it. Other than that, all of the other cars are just reskins and remodels, and that's boring. Think of it this way, alright? Imagine the cars that haven't been in ERLC yet at all. So it hasn't been added at all. No civilian variants, no police variants. 2008, 2010 Dodge Charger LX. This is the patient zero of Dodge Charger pursuits. Without this particular Dodge Charger, we won't have the 2011 Charger, we won't have the 2015 Charger, and then the subsequent variants that follow it. We won't have those without the Charger LX, and then the Aero Crown Victoria 1992 to 1997. A really iconic police car, you can't miss it. And then the Caprice 9C1, the boxy ones, and then the Impala 9C1s, the one that they use in NYPD and in GTA 4. And then the 2007 Ford Expedition, 2008 Ford Expedition. There's a lot of police SUVs and police cars that they haven't added yet into ERLC. They just focus a lot on remodels and reskins of existing cars, and I don't think that's enough for a once in a year event. Also, it somewhat doesn't help that the Chevrolet Tahoe is not good looking. Just look at what it replaces. The real life equivalent, the GMT 800 2002 Chevrolet Tahoe, that is a proper looking SUV, and this is just a cheap knockoff. I'm sorry, it's a 6 out of 10, right? I'm being too generous with that 6 out of 10 rating. And don't get me started with the Sprinter van. That is an overhyped van, overrated van. It's not a police van. That is just a van made to look like a police van. If you really want to know what a true police van is, go to Maple County. Alright, go to Maple County. They have a long wheelbase high roof variant of the Ford Transit. You can fly drones out of it. It's fully furnished with an interior that's functional, and you can freaking roleplay as like a smaller mobile command center. You know, that's the point of a police van. It's utilitarian, it's customizable, it's appealing. This one is just another lazy model. Let me just give you one example of how lazy the Mercedes Sprinter is. The badge is a 2D texture, not a 3D model. That is just how lazy this van is. This van gives the image that the developers can actually do something. They can give their 100%, but they won't. You know, they didn't give us their 100%. There's a lot of things wrong with the van. I'm just gonna list the points here, and they're just gonna give you some references and examples on how the van should have been. Because the point of a Mercedes Sprinter van being added to the game is to appeal to a European audience. And frankly, this is what the European audience expects. This is what a police van should have looked like. Not like this, just a medium wheelbase hybrid variant. This is not a proper police van, and I don't like it. Right? This is probably the most disappointing part of the entirety of Police Week 2025. I mean, the EVs are kinda alright, but the Tesla Cybertruck, I object that truck's existence. I don't care if it's used by real-life police departments and it's kind of realistic. Yeah, I don't care. Alright, the fact is that this truck can accelerate really quickly, can go off-road, can go anywhere, and then, you know, it's a Game Pass only truck and it's $180,000, and you can put a grappler, I believe, for this Tesla Cybertruck. It's basically the Oppressor Mark II of ERLC. The Mach-E actually kind of gets a pass. It does look rather good, in my opinion. I'm surprised it looks really good, to be honest. Like all the other car designs in ERLC, they're kind of a meh. And ironically speaking, the Ford Expedition, the reason why I think that SUV looks good is because they didn't change anything from the real life model. All they did was just remove some details and change the taillights and the headlights, and then that the details on the bottom part of the bumper. That's about it. Oh, I haven't mentioned that they ruined the sheriff's siren, in my opinion. I mean, the police siren did admittedly get an upgrade, but the sheriff's siren, nah. Honestly speaking, the police station is somewhat of a joke. Like, this interrogation room layout is stupid. Like, basically interns or anyone unassociated with the interrogation can just walk by and see the interrogation happening and probably eavesdrop. This is a stupid layout. Like, seriously, the old interrogation room has like a dedicated room for when you're trying to see the interrogation happen, and when you're being interrogated or you're interrogating the person, then there's a dedicated room to that. This is a joke, to be honest. April Fool's is over, man. I don't think I've ever seen a police department ever look like this. Like I said before, random people can just walk through the hallway and then eavesdrop on the interrogation, probably leaking sensitive information. You know, it's kind of stupid by design, and they wasted the second floor. All they did put on the second floor was the offices, and they left the second floor empty. Why don't you put a gym in there? I believe the new police station doesn't have a gym. Put a gym in there, put some recreational rooms in there, you know, maybe more dispatcher rooms. It's kind of a wasted opportunity, in my opinion. You know, they kind of wasted the second floor for nothing. It's an empty space. And overall, the police station feels somewhat cartoonish in a way. I mean, it could have been better. It could have been way more better than what they're coming up with right now. Seriously. All in all, what I'm trying to say is that the Police Week update in 2025 is trying to give us the impression that the developers can do something, but they're not willing to give 100% of what they're trying to do. And honestly speaking, I feel the updates are very rushed. They lack a lot of content, they lack a lot of customizability and appeal. It just feels slapped on, you know, it's not given with care and proper passion. It's just there. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know why they're rushing updates. Maybe because, you know, the community's not patient, no update, no peace type of, or maybe the developers have something going on in their lives. I don't have a damn clue. But the update feels rushed, all right? Either it's the developer's fault or the community's fault. The update feels rushed, and it's just a wasted opportunity. Like I said before, Police Week 2025 is a once-in-a-year update, and if they mess it up, which they kind of did, to be honest, they have to redo it next year. So we have to wait another 365 days. So I know I can just only hope that whatever updates are coming up next, please make it work better than the Police Week 2025. I guess our only hope next is the summer updates 2025, so I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully they can learn some mistakes from the Police Week update. And yeah, to that, I wish the best for the developers, I wish the best for the community, and do please take care, God bless, and have a nice rest of your day. See you later.